Hi guys, and welcome to our new channel called Single, Married, Separated, Divorced, and Single Again. I know, right? The titles are so probably like, what the heck? Anyway, my name is Jehovah, and I'm welcoming you to our first episode of Let's Talk. We're gonna call this channel Let's Talk because we're gonna talk about a lot of stuff, I can tell you right now. And I know that you're probably wondering, what is that even supposed to mean? So what I've decided, because we have now 4 channels, the reason is because I was just thinking that, when you mix titles and different topics only in one channel, it's gonna create like kind of confusion. People don't really know what the topic is all about today. For example, if people want to come to my channel just for workout, they don't want to hear about singleness, maybe black consciousness, or even like preaching, because they only came there to actually just to work out. And on the other side, if you are only coming to my channel for preaching, you don't want to hear about other things. So I decided that in order to put to just make sure that you get to the right channel for the right reason, I have to divide my channels in 4 categories, which is okay because I know that any other topic that I want to discuss will fit in one of those 4. Without wasting any time, please, if you're new on this channel, please subscribe. If you're following us on the other channels, please share this new channel of ours to your friends as you usually do. And please don't forget to push the notification button so that you don't miss any part on this channel. This is gonna be another juicy channel. We normally say that about our preaching channel. This is gonna be so juicy. We're gonna talk about a lot of topics, but before I go further on, let me just take a break and then I come back with what the discussions is going to be about on this channel. Don't forget to push that notification button. Take care. See you just now. And words have different meanings to different people. For example, when you say you are single, what do you mean? Are you single because you are not married? Or are you single because you are not dating? Can you see what I mean? Hi guys, and welcome back to this beautiful channel called Single, Married, Separated, Divorced, and Single Again. Well, I have gone through all those different titles myself twice. You're gonna probably wonder, what does she mean by twice? Anyway, so we're gonna discuss and look at, and on this channel we're gonna sometimes go live because I think this is a topic where people have to kind of share their own take of things on how they look at things, because on this specific topics, things or different words have different meanings to different people. For example, when you say you are single, what do you mean? Are you single because you are not married? Or are you single because you are not dating? Can you see what I mean? Because depending on whether you are a religious person, singleness might have a different meaning to you than the meaning it will have to, for example, an atheist. I think if you are a religious person, you are single if you're not married. Not necessarily like it's that's what I'm saying on this channel. because of the topics and the sensitivity of the topics involved, we're going to have to go live sometime so that we can have different opinions. Because to be quite honest, these topics might be kind of depending on, I don't think they have a clear cut of an all size fits all at all. I remember listening to Candace Owens talking to some girl who was an atheist, and she's saying that if you're an atheist and you get married, it means you get married for just for maybe a tax break or whatever. I don't necessarily believe that. And although Candace is one of those young women that I kind of laugh, and to a certain level, I agree with some of her points. I'm not completely agreeing with her, but it's just, sometimes you can admire somebody and without having to agree with him. So I'm not completely agreeing with everything she stands for. I do agree with some of her points though. But on that specific one, I definitely disagree. It doesn't mean that if you're an atheist, when you get married, it's for a tax break, because marriage, yes, was instituted by God at the beginning, but that doesn't mean necessarily if I get married and I'm not a Christian, it's because I want a tax break. Like for me, and that's why it's good that we're going to discuss these topics, because we're going to share opinions and what you think about that specific angle and so on. Another thing is this: when you say you are single, are you single because, I don't know whether I mentioned that before, are you single because you are not married, or are you single because you are not dating? Can you see? The other thing is also, even marriage itself can have a different meaning, because you can be married and actually be single, just like you can have friends and be lonely. But on the other side, you can be alone without being lonely. Can you see what I mean? And I'm going to share my own opinions, which might make me vulnerable, but because I'm here to actually share and maybe prevent people from going into making decisions that might not be good, I am willing to be vulnerable. I don't really mind. But for example, when I talk about being married and still be single, on the one part, I'm also talking about myself, because even though, I was married, I was single because at that moment, my now ex-husband was not here with me. So for many years, I've been living a single life, even though I was married. I was single. And sometimes when you live single for quite a while, you get used to being single, that when you're together with a person, you're still enjoying your single life. I remember, like, even when my now ex-husband obviously joined me in Canada, there were many things that he wanted to do for me that I wasn't really kind of capable of receiving. Like, for example, holding plastic bags when we go to Nofrel. I got so used to doing it myself that I don't know whether I was irritated or I was just not willing to kind of let him do that. So, and that's why they say, be careful of a woman who has been single for a while. They can let you go for just one thing, like just for like, oh no, you put the toothpaste at the wrong place. I can't take this. I know it's kind of in a joking kind of way, but that's the truth. The other things we're going to discuss on these channels is what they call masculine energy, feminine energy. How do you move into your masculine energy? How do you sorry guys. How do you okay, let's take the example of the wolf kingdom. So I personally believe I'm an alpha female, so I want to attract an alpha male. I don't want just any wolf in the wolf pack. Like, I think in the kingdom of the wolf, you know that there is, and even I think in the lion kingdom, so there's that specific wolf called an alpha male. And even though that's the wolf kingdom, we have that in men. You have specific men that are just alpha males that are very like operating in that alpha male kind of, spirit and energy. So how do you attract, a man who's an alpha male? So we're going to look at what is an alpha male to begin with. What is an alpha female? Because the thing is, we have to share this information because it's not everybody who wants an alpha male. Some people are happy with any wolf in the wolf pack, and that's okay. I personally am talking from my own, maybe, I don't know whether to say my own want and needs, and also my own personality. I definitely am in for an alpha male, for sure. And I'm going to tell you, because sometimes even what an alpha male is, it's very much misunderstood. Some people think an alpha male is a man that shouts a lot, a man that maybe like screaming at his wife and all that. No, you got it wrong if you thought that's an alpha male. That's not. Far from it. So we're going to talk about those things. We're also going to talk about how do you move in your feminine energy to attract the man that you or that is good for you. And what is a feminine energy? How do you, because everybody has both the energy, it only depends on which one is higher, in a specific person. Because remember, in order for people to actually be in love with each other, there should be polarity. I know I'm going to explain that term, what polarity means. It obviously means the attraction between two people from different sexes, obviously. So there should be, that attraction should be there. Otherwise, Anyway, so we're going to talk about things like the feminist movement, because originally when the feminist movement, and I think this channel is also, I felt a need for this channel because of the feminist movement and what it does to our men. I feel like the feminist movement, I thought, at the beginning when I heard about it, I was kind of supportive about it, like, oh no, we have to be paid the same amount of money because we do the same thing, right? That's how I felt, and I thought that it was all about that. But now it's like, oh no, equal rights in the sense of like, I can be a man, like, oh no, I'm very strong like a man, women are strong, and I don't have a problem with the strength of a woman. But I feel like the feminist movement was probably created by men, like seriously, because I don't know what type of women will come up with a movement that actually fight for, I am strong, I can give birth to a child, I can breastfeed the child, I can take care of the house, I can take care of the family in the sense of like cooking, doing everything, and I still have to go to work because I'm so strong. Like, who wants that? No. Like I don't know where that come from, where like it's almost like I can do whatever a man do, but I can still do better. Like, do we want to be better than men? Are we even in competition with men? You know what I mean? Like, those are the things that we are discussing on this channel, because I think it's needed. I think we need to look at different views and what people think, but I think most women will agree with me that yes, we are equal before God, but men are created differently for a reason, just like we are created differently for a reason. And there's some things that God planned in advance for men and for women separately. Yes, there's a lot of things that happen that makes these roles kind of go into exchange and so on, but that doesn't mean that now I want to be equal with a man. I want to be weak for my men too. Like, I want to be a woman. I love being a woman. I don't want to be like strong. Like how? You know what, like seriously, these are the things that we are going to discuss on this channel. So stay tuned, and I promise that these videos will not be more than 15 minutes, 10 minutes and down, that's it, okay? So we came to the end of this now, and I just want to say, please don't forget to subscribe, share this video, and let's talk. Let's continue talking, and see what's going on in the world, because I feel like, honestly speaking, there is an attack against the masculine. I feel like there's an attack against our men. There's this should I say, there's an agenda against the male child, against everything male. Like, I don't have a problem with equality, us being equal, but what does that even mean for us to be equal with men? I don't have a problem with saying that we have to be paid the same kind of money, the same amount of money for doing the same kind of, job. But are we equal in regards to what? When you say we are equal, what do you mean? Because we are not the same, obviously. And there was a reason for God to make us not the same. Otherwise, God could have created just men or just, female. I mean, do you think God could have not created a womb in a man for a man to give birth? Like, come on. God is powerful enough to do all these things. He had a reason for having created us differently. And now it's like, oh no, we are the same. I don't need a man, blah, blah. We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about what I mentioned just now. That I don't need a man. I don't want a man. I can do anything a man does. For me, I want a man. I am not apologetic. I have never been apologetic. And I'm going to start next week on that topic, because I think it's important to know what I want a man mean compared to I'm desperately can be alone. That's different. Stay tuned, guys. Take care. Bye.